Giving all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Now I'm just gonna jump straight into this and I'm gonna let this play. But what he's saying just it don't make sense. It sounds very cultish. I would say that he is a elder and he do say a lot of things that are true. But the group stuff gets to brother's head, and this is why it's bad, because brothers get positions and then that gets to their head. On one hand, he's saying that if you're not with the Lord, then you're against him. But then he's saying that GMS is the Lord's counsel or the Lord's man, the man of the Lord. So if you're not with GMS, then you're not with the Lord. Then you're against him. And you got to speak 100% of what GMS speaks and teach to be with them, to be with the Lord. But the 2/3 doctrine that they say, which proves they ain't got 100% truth, because they don't even understand the two-thirds doctrine, but they say the 2/3 doctrine, Zechariah 13, is talking about 2/3 of the Israelites in America that's going to be destroyed, and 1/3 is going to be saved, which equals to be at least 30 million, but let's just say millions and millions of Israelites that's going to be saved. But GMS has, 1,000, maybe 2,000 members that speak 100% the same thing that they allegedly say, which is just foolery. Because if you go off the numbers and you got millions of Israelites that's going to be saved that don't even know that GMS exists or know anything about a group named GMS, but they're going to be saved, are you saying that those millions of Israelites also going to teach the same exact thing that GMS teach, or feel the exact same way, or look at things, or like what, have the same understanding 100% that GMS have in order to be saved? Or you, by default, you would be saying that, well, you don't have to follow GMS or the Lord to be saved. That's what you would be saying by default, because we know by prophecy that millions of Israelites are going to be saved. But they don't follow GMS or have nothing to do with GMS. So when you look at the numbers, it kind of exposes things. And it don't make no sense. But then at the same time, you say that Israelites, a part of other camps, could be saved too. That some of the elect is going to be mixed a part of different camps that have different teachings. It just don't make sense number-wise. It sounds cultish. So what they do is they take a verse from the Bible that is real and true. If you don't follow the Lord, then you're against him. But then the assertion happens. And then they say, well, we got 100% truth. And then you say, prove it. And then they say, well, this is just what we believe. They can't prove it, but it's just what they believe. And then you say, okay, well, then prove that you guys are the men of the Lord, that GMS leaders are the men of the Lord. They can't prove it, but then they just say that, well, this is what we believe. Well, get the same thing as the Nawabians. They believe that they leaders were the men of the Lord. Same thing with Yahweh being Yahweh. He believed that he was the Lord. So how are you, but you guys just supposed to be different, right? Now you speak about all these men, this list of men that died, some brothers that was in the truth that are part of Israelite camps that died, and say, look, they were the enemies of the Lord, so they got destroyed. But what about the GMS members that have passed away? But they just, because they were GMS, then it's just hypocritical. It's a camp thing. It's a cultish thing. So I want to show you guys something, but let's let this play.
Own thing. You can't be with the Lord doing what you want to do, going around the counsel of the Lord. The Most High sent a group of men to tell you what to do. If you're going to do anything other than what they tell you to do, you're going off.
No, that's cultish. If you do anything that the Lord said not to do, then you're going off. Because the next question will, okay, well then prove that you guys are the counsel of the Lord. You can't prove it. You just go and say that's what you believe. Okay. What about, I believe that's Mark 9:38, where it says, here, let me see. I can pull it up right here. Because I actually should have just posted it on this comment board. Usually I'll just look at this stuff and be like, because they not doing nothing. They just making videos, and crazy videos, I would say. But it's just a video at the end of the day. Mark 9:38. And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followed us not. And we forbid him because he followed us not. So are you saying, so we know what they going to say is that this is talking about affiliate brothers. But it says they follow us not. Affiliate brothers do follow y'all because they learn the breakdowns from y'all and they following y'all and the breakdowns that they learned from y'all. So it can't be talking about affiliate brothers. It says, and he followed us not, and we forbade him because he followed us not. And Yahushua said, forbid him not, for there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that could likely speak evil of me. Now let's go back to what he just said.
Doing your own thing. You can't be with the Lord doing what you want to do, going around the counsel of the Lord. The Most High sent a group of men.
So if a guy don't follow them, then he wouldn't be going through the counsel of them, but he's out there doing miracles in the Lord's name. The Lord said, forbid him not. But you basically are forbidding him. Because you're saying you can't do that. And you're going off if you do that. That just proved that you didn't have 100% truth. But let's keep going.
Tell you what to do. If you're going to do anything other than what they tell you to do, you're going off. You're going off. And you ain't with the Lord. He that is not with me is against me. And he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad. Kevin Samuels.
So now stop there. That don't have nothing to do with GMS. A group 2,000-3,000 years later called GMS. That said if you don't gather with the Lord. Not if you don't gather with GMS. But this is what they do. That's the assertion. That's the adding. Just leave it at what it says. If you don't gather with the Lord. Don't make it about a camp now, because now you're adding, and that's a sin. And that goes back to Revelations, the last chapter of Revelations 22. Those that add, not just those that take away from the word, but also those that add to the word. You may be guilty of that.
Scattering abroad. He wasn't gathering with the Lord. He's sitting there counseling so-called black women, trying to tell them how to fix themselves, getting on them, whatever. You might agree with many things that he said, and I agree with some of the stuff he said, but he wasn't with the Lord. Get over it. Let's go to Luke 11 for the precept. Luke 11 and verse 23. This one says, similarly, he that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth. That's all there is to it. You ain't with the Lord, you're scattering, right? Like Donald Trump, you're not with the Lord, you're scattering. Yeah, you're scattering, you're not with the Lord, whatever. You ain't with the Most High, okay? I don't give a damn how mad you get, how upset you get. You got your favorite Israelites, but you can see that they going off. They ain't with the Lord. You say, the group you watch, don't nobody got 100% truth. You ain't with the Lord. Because the Most High deals with absolutes. He deals with pure truth. 100% pure truth.
I mean, I read the Bible, and I see men that the Lord was dealing with clearly that didn't have 100% of the truth. So we have to ask him, what do you mean by 100% of the truth? Because that's the semantics of terms. And the whole 100% truth thing it's just a semantics. Well, we got 100% truth of basically what they believe. Not that they could prove 100% truth of things, just this is what we believe. That's what it comes down to.
If you're saying anything other than that, you're not with the Lord. Because why would you want to worship a God or be part of any group, follow anyone that says, well, I don't have the whole truth? Well, the Holy Spirit sent the whole truth. How does that look? You get a check stub from the Holy Spirit and you only get part of your money. No, man.
Okay, so go back to the 2/3 thing. So I'm just calculating numbers. So 30 million Israelites in America, in order for them to be saved, you saying 30 million Israelites in America got 100% of the truth? Because if you say, well, no, the 1/3, every member of the 1/3 of Israelites in America that's saved, they not all gonna have 100% truth. Then you by default you have to say that it don't matter to have 100% truth to get salvation, which the Lord never said that you have to have 100% truth to get salvation. This is a cultish tactic. I gotta get with them because they got 100% truth. When did the Lord ever say that you have to have 100% truth to be saved? Isn't that the goal? And no, brothers keep saying that we here to wake up the elect. Yes, we are here to wake up the elect, but that's not the only reason why we're here. We're also here to follow the Lord. And follow the Lord by what? By having faith and keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. Because that's the thing where I can just do what I want to do, as long as I'm just teaching the truth. No, you can't just do what you want to do and just teach the truth. You got to follow the Lord and be like the Lord. And he's not being like the Lord, man. We just showed you that in Mark 9. He's being like men, leaders that set up above him. That they set up a group. That's who he's being like. You're not really being like the Lord, though. You're not considering the Lord. You're considering your leaders. That's what makes it a cultish commandments of man. Let's keep going.
Man, it's just not possible, okay? It's not possible in a righteous sense. And that's it. I'm gonna leave it right there. It's simple as that. He that is not with me is against me. And that's the words of our Lord Yahweh Shai.
Okay.
That's all. That's all. You ain't with the Lord, then he ain't with you. Period. That's it. You ain't gathering with the Lord, you ain't gathering with us, you ain't with us. Bottom line. That doesn't mean if a guy over here that ain't in our group, but he teach the same doctrine, he's not with the Lord. That's not what we're saying. You got to teach the same thing we teach, right? You don't got to necessarily.
Well, but you guys teach that. Now that's hypocritical, because you just said that if you're not with the counsel of the Lord, and you said that you guys are the counsel of the Lord. But now you're saying if a guy is over here, but he's not with y'all, but he teach the same thing. Well, how could he be teaching the same thing? Because you guys teach that, the man of the Lord is your leaders of your camp. So if he teaching the same doctrine, but he's not with y'all because he don't look at your leaders as being the leaders of the counsel of the Lord, the men of the Lord, and he don't look at GMS as having 100% truth, but he just teaches the same breakdowns, that don't make no sense. That's hypocritical, because then how is he with y'all? How is he teaching the same thing he teach y'all? The only way somebody could teach the same thing that y'all teach is if they also admit that GMS has 100% truth, also admit that your leaders are the counsel, the men of the Lord, and that Apostle Tahar is the head. They will have to also admit that in order to teach the same thing that y'all teach. So if they're not teaching that, then they're not teaching 100% of the same thing that y'all teach. So you just fell on your own sword. But I got
be a part of
something
our
for you.
group. If you teach the exact same thing that we teach, you got the same doctrine as us, then you with us. You with the Lord. That's all. Easy to figure out. You can't have one thing. What if the brothers they keep the Sabbath on Friday, send down the Sabbath? No, you ain't with us then.
Now look.
You with us. You with the Lord. That's all. Easy to figure out. You can't have one thing. What if the brothers they keep the Sabbath on Friday, send down the Sabbath? No, you ain't with us then. What if the brother wears ZCs instead of the fringes? See, brothers, some brothers don't like the long robe. They rather wear the t-shirt. You ain't with us then. Because a t-shirt is not a garment, man. Anyway, I could say so much more about it, but for now, I won't. All praised.
So, a person have to say that King Mashah is King David, because that's what y'all teach. Because if they not saying that, then they not with y'all, because you just said they had to say 100% what y'all teach. And they can't have one thing different, or they not with y'all, which translates to they not with the Lord, which translates to the precept that you read, which means that they're against the Lord. So they have to teach that. Okay, so let me show you guys something else. So remember, he said you got to teach 100% what they teach to be with them in order to be with the Lord, in order not to be against the Lord. Now watch this. So we also got to teach this too then. Watch this. Okay, so we just remember, he said 100%. So this is GMS. This is also GMS. Let me see. For brothers that drive these cars are part of the problem. So you must also teach, because he said you got to teach 100% of what GMS teach. And then you're with them, and they're the counsel of the Lord, and they're with the Lord. There's an order that's set up, right? Which, this is what they've been saying about their order. right? So if you don't teach 100% what they teach, even one thing different is what he said, then you're not with them and you're not with the Lord. Going back to the precept, which means that you're against the Lord. Now watch this. You got to teach this too.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity.
Well, you got to give double honors because that's what they teach. That's what they do. They give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. But at the same hand, you could say that, okay, well, he ain't got to be a part of our group, but he got to teach 100%. But he is a part of y'all group because where would he learn to give double honors to the apostle? Because that's a part of y'all teaching. Let's keep going.
This lesson is going to be entitled, for brothers who drive, these cars are part of the problem.
Okay, so you also got to, he said 100%, right? So you also got to teach that brothers that drive cars are a part of the problem. You got to teach that. Now, I done read the Bible and multiple times actually, and I haven't seen in the Bible where it says, well, really going to the law, because when you go to Isaiah 8 and 20, if you speak not according to this word, there's no life according to the law and the testimony. So it's like, I haven't seen in the law where it says if you drive cars, you're a part of the problem. I haven't seen that, but I have to teach that in order to be with the counsel of the Lord, which is GMS, in order to be with the Lord and not to be against the Lord. I have to teach this. Let's keep going.
Okay, and it is honestly is something that I came to the revelation of, or came more to the forefront of my mind during this time period where I didn't have my car for about a few days. And I caught myself walking more. And even though I go to the gym and stuff like that, and we do the walk on the treadmill, he may do a 20-minute, 30-minute walk on the treadmill. But if you're walking throughout the day, there's a big difference. Okay, because you're walking throughout the day. You go to the corner store and back, that could be 30 minutes. So when I didn't have the car, because where the gym is from where I am, and I noticed that the car is a big issue.
I just don't. You said we supposed to be here to wake up the elect. What is talk? When did Yahweh Shai said go out there and talk about a car in the gym and how far it is? How is this helping wake up the elect, man? So my question would be, I got a couple questions. Are you saying that it's a sin to drive a car? And then if you are, then I would say, can you show me in the law where it says that do not drive cars? And if you saying that it's not a sin, right, going to Romans, where there's no law, there's no sin. Well, where there's no law, there's no transgression, or roughly paraphrasing what it says. Then, if it's not a sin, then what are you talking about? If a brother drives a car, that's none of your business because it's not a sin. See, this is the problem with the whole order and the camp stuff, because you get brothers that get big-headed and they think they got some type of authority. This is the problem with the YouTube internet Hebrews, because in person we not going to deal with you, keep walking down the street, but on the internet we going to come and make all these videos about you, because now they got this quota that they got to make and they running out of stuff, so all they could do is just start making stuff up. Well, brothers that drive cars are part of the problem. I mean, what do you mean? What's the time? Like, now we going into you, a man, and commandments of man, because it's like, what's considered driving a car too much? Like, shall I only drive a car 7 times a week? And if I drive it 8 times a week, now I'm going off because I'm doing too much? Do I have to walk a mile a day? Is what you saying now? See, this is the slippery slope, and this is how the cultish things come in play, man. The commandments of man. Because then it's, okay, for brothers that drive cars are part of the problem. Then that leads to, okay, well, if you ain't walking a mile a day, then that leads to, well, I'm better. I walk 3 miles a day. No, what? If you ain't walking 3 miles a day, you going off. Then the next brother come, I walk 10 miles a day. So now if you ain't walking that 3 mile a day stuff, that's old. If you ain't walking 10 miles a day, you going off. Which is the same thing that happened with YouTube. It was, give me one video a week. Then it was, okay, man, you only making one video a week. Then they use the Bible. You lukewarm. It don't say that in the Bible. You don't have to make one video in your whole entire life and still could be a part of the elect. Because that's not a stipulation to be a part of the elect. That's not a stipulation to get salvation. You don't even have to have a YouTube account. Because it's not a law. Then it was, okay, well, I need 3 videos at least a week. Then it was, okay, if you ain't making a video every day, you not on fire. You a lukewarm. Then it was, okay, YouTube is going down. You need to open an Odyssey. If you ain't got an Odyssey by now, you going off. Come on, man.
Shoot. You know, the scriptures say to seek ye the old paths, right? Meaning the old way. Back in the day, they weren't taking a horse every day, everywhere. You know, they weren't, they weren't driving a car everywhere. You see, they would do a lot of walking. That's why you would see they would be a lot slimmer than they are today. Okay, even if you go to them images of people in the 1950s, it's not that they were in the gym. They weren't in the gym. And yeah, they were eating bad food, but beyond the bad food.
Okay, seek ye the old way, meaning you shouldn't be driving a car. You need to walk more. Okay, well then maybe we should all come together and walk out of America and walk back to the promised land. Because isn't that the old way? Isn't that what happened with Moses and the Israelites? No, Yahushua is going to come get us on chariots. Well, why would Yahushua come get us on chariots? We need to seek ye the old way. Why wouldn't he just have somebody build a boat like Noah and we all get on the boat? Or lead us out of America with us walking on foot into the wilderness and then we go back to the land. Why you gotta come get us on chariots? We need to seek ye the old way, right? Come on, man. But then when it's convenient for them, it's the Lord created this for us. The Lord created YouTube for us to spread this truth. Well, the Lord created cars for us to be able to drive down the camp that's 20 miles away. Or for us to drive from city to city to get things done. But that's just not convenient right now with the message that you're trying to get out. But remember, the other guy said you got to speak 100% what they teach. And you see a GMS member that's teaching this. So I want to know, because we seen him in a car while he was making a video. So I want to know if he also teaches that brothers that drive these cars is a part of the problem. I want to see his video.
They weren't living this lethargic, lazy lifestyle. That the majority of people are living today. Especially if you have a car, and then on top of that, now the work that you do is sitting down.
So you're lazy because you got a car? Because he said, especially if you got a car. So now, guys, am I just picking on them, or I'm showing you? Man, hey, salvation to the elect. Shalom, man.